With the augment progression taking longer than ever, it is incredibly important to know which augments to research first. From getting you more points, to maximizing your damage, to being able to basically never die again, these are my favorite augments of Black Ops 7 Zombies so far. And I really mean that so far. I am far from unlocking every single augment and every single double augment. I have heard amazing things about so many different things. It just gets me incredibly excited, but let's talk about my favorite augment so far. We have to talk about it first. We gotta talk about it first. Turtle Shell is my favorite augment maybe of all time. If you do not know, Turtle Shell will act as though you have a shield on your back, negating 100% of damage, meaning that so long as you have armor, you will not take damage from your back. But now in Black Ops 7, it's buffed to where it now works like normal armor damage mitigation from everywhere else, which means if you have tier 3 armor, you're gonna have tier 3 armor on your front, your sides, and be completely immune to every incoming damage to your back. It's incredibly fun dodging attacks, moving your back towards incoming attacks so that way you can stay at full health, especially when you combine it with the overheal ability from either healing aura or stim shots. You can basically never die in normal gameplay if you have Turtle Shell, but that's a bit hyperbolic. And I will highly recommend researching Juggernog first so that way you get 2 minor augments on it first. With hardened plates and durable plates, this is going to be the best stay alive augment you can have. Now the meta of setting up in Black Ops 7 is different than Black Ops 6, it's different than Cold War, it's almost similar to Black Ops 4, because melee headshots are going to be worth more points than anything else. So if you want to point maximize, you're going to be using your melee weapon. But if you accidentally don't get a melee critical kill, it can actually cost you some points. That's where my next biggest recommendation comes in. Barista Brawl for melee Macchiato. I know this seems like a really minor thing, but Barista Brawl will give you more essence from melee kills, which means that even a regular melee kill will give you 115 points. That is the maximum amount of points you can get from getting a headshot with regular weapons. But on top of that, it increases the points you get from critical kills from 150, which is already bonkers, to 160. I wish it was a little bit more, but 160 points versus 115 points, that is 45 extra points every single kill you get with melee Macchiato if it's a critical kill. And those 45 extra points over dozens and dozens and dozens of zombie kills can easily add up to tens of thousands of points. And I just gotta say, meleeing feels so much better in this game. I don't know what happened in Black Ops 6, but in Black Ops 7, the melee, punching enemies, meleeing with your knife, it just feels so good. Speaking of point maximization, Vulture Aid is a really good setup perk, dropping extra points and ammo, but what I will recommend is the brand new major augment, Armormatic. The reason I'm recommending this is because a lot of you beautiful people don't like equipping armor manually. Armormatic will make it so that just running over an armor plate will automatically apply it to your vest. This means you don't need to deal with the armor plate animation, and you could be at maximum armor for longer. However, I will highly warn you, this can be a big detriment too. If you're doing Easter egg steps, you're not turning a lot of rounds, you're not killing a lot of zombies, it can easily waste a whole bunch of armor plates if you're not careful. Especially if your muscle memory is like mine and you still continue to armor plate, it makes it incredibly easy to waste plates, and there have been times where I feel like I am worse off on armor with this augment, so please use it wisely. But Vulture Aid is going to be the next perk that I recommend getting 2 minor augments on. This might be a personal preference, but Picky Eater is fantastic for whatever strategy you do, whether it's high rounds or Easter eggs, or just using stim shots with Turtle Shell. But on top of that, Carry On Luggage gives critical kills an extra chance of dropping salvage. So between Picky Eater giving you the equipment you want and Carry On Luggage getting you more salvage, you are just going to be set up with weapon rarities, kill streaks, equipment, whatever the case may be. And on top of that, because in the early rounds you're using your melee weapon, that means you're not using a weapon with the suppressor, which means you're losing out on some salvage, and I haven't tested it yet, but if critical kills give you a chance to drop extra salvage with Vulture Aid, and you're getting melee critical kills, that could potentially make up the salvage loss you get from not running a suppressor. Now, as an honorable mention or an alternative, the Fetid Upgrade major augment for Vulture Aid can also be really good, because in Black Ops 7, every time you use your field upgrade, it is going to take longer and longer to charge. So having Fetid Upgrade give you some free charge of your field upgrade is a nice counterbalance to that. And again, honorable mention, Supercharged for Speed Killa, also doing the same thing, recharging your field upgrade faster is a great thing. But now that we've gotten set up and we're basically unkillable with Turtle Shell, now it's time to take the fight back to the zombies and deal some extra damage. The brand new minor augment for double tap, double caliber will make it so that bullet weapons have increased penetration damage through enemies. And if you're using your weapon for camo grinding and you're getting to those higher rounds like the 30s, 40s, 50s, this is going to increase your damage per second towards the entire horde, and that is far, far more valuable than a lot of other things. But I would also say you're going to want to get double minor augments for double tap as well. Maybe even before Vulture Aid, because double time increasing the weapon's rate of fire is just so good. In fact, I can't see myself taking off double time now that I have 2 minor augments. Double play is fantastic for things like pistols and fast firing SMGs that don't have a lot of ammo, especially because now you can kind of maximize your DPS with FMJ and rapid fire in combination with either double time or double caliber or both. There's a lot of fun stuff to increase your firepower here. And while we've seen Turtle Shell get a glow up and be super strong and double tap be incredible, unfortunately, Tribologist in PhD has gotten a very significant nerf. It is hardly noticeable the sliding distance and speed increase. So instead, what I've been doing, I have been running Gravity MD, which makes it so that just falling from heights creates explosions, and I've researched 2 augments for PhD, and I'm running Stuntman, the brand new minor augment, which creates explosions by wall jumping, and I'm pairing that with EOD Technician, which reduces the height and slide distance requirements for explosions. With this, you can wall jump and kill enemies by that, and then if you get enough height, just by falling from that wall jump, it will create another explosion and kill even more zombies. This is especially good at high rounds when you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed and need a little distance, or if you need to take care of a Zursa, you can leapfrog around the entire map and just kill zombies passively as you're focusing your fire on a Zursa. It might not be the most effective, but dang it if it isn't one of the most fun. Now, speaking of special and elite enemies, this augment recommendation comes in from Earl Shatter. If you like my content, believe me, you're gonna love his. Link in the description. He has shared with me that Rainbow Pop is a sleeper augment. Rainbow Pop makes it so that weapons with an ammo mod equipped have a chance to deal the elemental damage that an enemy is weak to. With this augment, he has found that Ravagers are actually weak to Lightmend. Since Lightmend isn't in the game yet, this augment is giving him the ability to do elemental damage to those Ravagers. And from the footage that he's shown, this thing activates very frequently. I cannot wait to unlock this and test this for myself. And while we're on Elemental Pop, I do have to admit, from the preliminary tests that I've done, it seems as though Vulnerable Bean has been nerfed. Now, we knew it has been nerfed, but it looks like it was nerfed quite a bit. I need to double check my numbers, but as a replacement, I've been running Chillberry. Speaking of things that have changed over the course of Black Ops 6 to Black Ops 7, Equivalent Exchange has been changed numerous times over the past week. In theory, this is going to be a fantastic augment. It says, dealing enough damage while down will revive you with all of your perks. The problem with this is that when you go down by default, you have the default pistol, and you hardly ever deal enough damage. If you do have a pistol, either the Coda, the Spawn pistol, or even the 3-round burst pistol, or even a ray gun or a ray gun Mark II, when you go down, you will be holding that pistol, and you could revive yourself if you deal enough damage. However, if you find yourself struggling with this or not wanting to run a pistol, I'm still going to recommend Dying Wish. Now, when it comes to ammo mods, I haven't researched many, but from what I've heard, Starburst on Fireworks is absolutely overpowered. And don't tell Treyarch, but it seems as though firework activations are counting for challenge completions. So for example, if you need to get zombie kills that are distracted by your equipment, you could throw down a decoy and then use fireworks, and that will deal a bunch of damage, get a lot of kills, and hopefully count towards the challenge. I haven't tested that yet, but that's what it seems to do. I do know there's a lot of camo challenges that require you to get kills, literal kills with fireworks, and Starburst seems to be the fan favorite. But I want to tell you something about a recently buffed major augment for nearly every single ammo mod. Big Game is absolutely worth using now. I put Big Game on Shadow Rift, and if this activates on elite enemies, it will deal a really good chunk of their health. Combine that with the new amazing Hunter bots, and Zursas are never a problem. Pair that with haste and the cooldown from Elemental Pop, and Shadow Rifts are popping everywhere, and that's also good for some camo grinds. Moving on to field upgrades, I haven't done this yet, but I'm gonna mention it. Dark Flare is underrated. Pairing Extension with Extra Charge and either the brand new Dusk Flame or Broad Beam, I think is gonna be incredibly powerful. But of course, researching Aether Shroud so that way you could get 2 minor augments and put on extra charge and extension, that's just gonna be the meta. There are literally hundreds of augments in Black Ops 7, and as I said before, they're taking forever to research. Luckily, I am almost done with my Augment XP testing video. If you missed the stats and the graphs, be sure to subscribe because that video is coming soon. And trust me, these do not work the way you think. And have no worries, I'm doing some DPS testing at the same time. So if you can't wait for more Black Ops 7 Zombies content, be sure to subscribe and stay beautiful.